Hi and welcome to the video. What we're going to cover in this video is setting up your alerts, your trade signals. In the first portion of the video we'll go through how to set them up, and then I'm going to explain the strategy. There's a number of different alerts you can set up with our indicators. I'm going to be focusing on this red dot or green dot, depending on the trend, that you see here. That's the alert we're going to be working with mainly. So first up, to set up the alerts, we come over here to the right, we have this clock and we click that. Now you've got the alerts log under. We'll drop that all the way down. Notice all these opportunities, by the way. And in this section here, we're going to create the alerts. So we set that up, and then we come back over here up the top to our list. We sort alphabetically. Click it a couple of times. We've got Aussie Cat at the top, and then we're going to go over to the alert. Now what you can do to speed the process is you can click these three dots and click the current symbol only. That'll isolate the currency pair you are on, but don't forget to uncheck this box once you've finished. Now you can see I've got two alerts set for the Aussie Cat, and if you pull the alerts log, it's only going to show the Aussie Cat alerts. So again, don't forget to deselect that checkbox. The top, this chart here, we're going to select a 3-minute chart, and over here on the left we're going to select 5. This one here is a 4-hour chart, and we're going to come back to that in a minute. Drop the list, go to the trend channel, click these three dots, add alert, and we're going to go for the extended, once per bar, open-ended, go to notifications, take that out. I don't like all this stuff flashing in front of me, but I do like the alerts to sound on my phone, so I can switch that on and off when I need the alerts. You don't want them flashing on and off on the screen. I can tell you now, there's too many of them. So that's how I've set up the alert, and then we create. Now I've already done that, so I won't do it again. But what will happen is, well, I'll create it. This will remember your choices. Now set up the new alert on the 3-minute chart. What we're going to do is the same thing on the 5-minute. So click on the 5-minute, go to the trend channel, click the three dots, add the alert, and it's going to remember everything except for that. Extended, once per bar, and then create. That's all you need to do. And we have two new alerts. I'll delete them as I already have them on here. So what you'll do then is go back to the list, click on the next currency pair, and follow the same process all the way down. So once you've set up your alerts, don't forget to come back in here, click the three dots and untick current symbol only, so you show all. And then I'm going to pull this thing up the top, and all we have here then is the alerts up the top that I don't need to open, given that I've set them up, and then I've got the alerts log. They're going to fire in here, and then we just click them and come into the chart and have a look. When the alert fires, and as I mentioned, we click it, we come into the chart. Let's just assume that this is the alert. We're going to have a look at the strategy. Generally, I'm looking for the alert to fire through these shaded zones. So we've got 2 on the 3-minute chart here. In fact, I can include the Forex sessions on this chart as well. So I've just done that. 5-minute Aussie CAD. Now something you're going to need to do with the Forex sessions is click on the settings, go to inputs, and make sure you select the Asia Open, and then you want to enable these 3 zones under here. I don't bother about the Aussie Open so much, and that's pretty much it. The alert. So it fired a little bit earlier on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so I'm looking for either the 5 or the 3, and then I'm going to size up the situation. The thing that you're going to be looking for is this. We'll take a look at this one here. Right, so I'm just going to highlight that. You can see that this alert has fired. Okay, there it is. All right, so we've got it pinpointed on the 4-hour chart. The alert fires, the first thing we're looking for is we want it to be within this zone. Right, you can see this channel here. This is the US, heading into the US Open. This line you see is the US Open. So we want the opportunity through this range, and we want the opportunity, this is the London session, this is the London Open, this line, we want the opportunity through this range, or heading into this range. And the kind of thing you're looking for is you really want to see how this is trading sideways. You want this breakout. So you want to see some kind of balance area, as in there's a balance of buy and sell activity. And you've got that here. There's a balance of buy and sell orders here, and then we get this break. This will give you a higher probability setup. So just keep an eye out for that. But heading into these times, we've also got it on the Asian session as well. If you go back, you'll see the orange shaded zone. So we're looking for this alert. And the other thing we want to see is strength in these red lines. If it's a bearish alert, see these red lines here? Okay, this is bearish divergence, strong bearish divergence. Right? So we see these things on the chart. It's just backing up our argument and strengthening this idea to sell. The other thing that you want to be keeping an eye out for, okay, so the alert's fired here. I'll mark that there. Okay, you can see it on the 3 now. On the 4-hour chart, you want to look for this. In fact, I'm going to increase these lines. So we'll go into the trend channel settings, and I want to bump these up. See that line up here? Okay, the upper, the middle. The midline is really important. See this midline? Have a look left, and you'll see it there. Okay, I might just crank it right up. And then the lower. And then you've got these 2 lines in the middle. Well, these ones are the midlines as well, so you can bump them up. You really want to see these lines. Okay, so we'll just go okay with that. And the cloud's important. So you could go down here and just bump up the cloud. Make sure you can see it on the chart clearly. So you have these 3 lines. Upper, mid, well, this is the middle. This is the first deviation out, second deviation out. And then the same thing here and here. Now, the alert fired and it occurred right here at this point. The retrace back into the mean. And you can see that the red dot fired right there. So this midline here, the mean. So on the 4-hour chart, we like to move back into the mean. Now, depending on whether we got a dot here or not, but you know, it can trade through. But most of the time, you're going to see the opportunity as it trades back up into the mean. But you're going to be looking for the lower time frame, the dot and the session time, to coincide. So in this case, we've got this pullback into the mean here. The other thing you're looking for is you want to see it moving into where there are yellow, orange or white lines, dotted lines or straight lines. So you've got a yellow dotted line, that's a daily. Okay, you want to see it move into a daily that's taken out daily buy-side liquidity here. It's a stop run. It's trading into this red zone. So that is a pretty high probability setup. So that wraps up the video on how to set up the alerts. There are other alerts and we'll do videos on those at some stage in the future, but these are the alerts that I'm mainly interested in at the moment. Other videos I'm doing will be on the strategy. So with that, we'll wrap this one up. Hope you've gained some benefit from watching the video. As always, have a great day, safe trading, and we'll see you in the next video.